Assalamualaikum friends, I am Muhammad and welcome to my YouTube channel Geography of History. Actually it's not my channel, it's ours. So without wasting any time, let's start today's topic. So today we are going to discuss Shah Waliullah from start to end. So we will cover this topic under three headings. First, early biographical details. Second heading will be his beliefs, and third and last one will be his work and importance. So let's start today's topic with first heading, early biographical details. Shah Waliullah was born on 21 February 1703 during the reign of Emperor Aurangzeb Alamgir. His real name was Qutbuddin, but he later became known as Shah Waliullah because of his piety. His father was Shah Abu Rahim, who founded the Madrasa Rahimiyya in Delhi. When his father died in 1718, Shah Waliullah began teaching at the madrasa. In 1724, Shah Waliullah went to Arabia to perform Hajj and to further his studies. He studied further under the famous scholar Sheikh Abu Tahir bin Ibrahim before returning to Delhi in 1732. So this was their early biographical details. Let's move towards second topic, second heading, his beliefs. So his beliefs. First, during his time in Arabia, Shah Waliullah thought deeply about the problems faced by Muslims in the Mughal Empire. The empire was in decline and Muslims were disunited and vulnerable to attack on their religions. Shah Waliullah realized that reform could not come from the weak leadership in Delhi and that it had to come from within the Muslim community itself. Number 2. He believed that many of the problems of the Muslims resulted from their incomplete knowledge of the Quran and about Islam in general, and it was necessary that Quranic teaching became more accessible to the people. Number 3. All political, social and economic behavior should be based on Islamic principles. Number 4. Shah Waliullah wanted Muslims to concentrate on the fundamental principles of Islam, believing that this would create a more united community. It was essential to follow the moral and spiritual principles of Islam in order to create a good society. Un-Islamic principles were not acceptable in any area of society, whether politics, economics, or just the day-to-day lives of their individual Muslims. So his works. First, one of the biggest achievements was the translation of Holy Quran from Arabic to Persian. Few Muslims spoke Arabic in India but did not understand their meaning. After his translation, they understood better. In addition to translating the Quran, Shah Waliullah wrote 51 books in Persian and Arabic. And last and most important work, Shah Waliullah wrote to all Muslim nobles the letters for calling on them to join together to save the Mughal Empire. He then joined forces with local Muslim leaders to defeat Marathas, and in the Battle of Panipat in 1761, he also defeated the Marathas. So this was their works. Let's move on to their importance. So lastly, I want to discuss their importance. Shah Waliullah's contribution toward Islamic revival was extremely important for a number of reasons. He was one of the first Muslim thinkers to state that the decline of the Mughal Empire and the vulnerable position of the Muslims were due to a neglect of the principles of Islam. His writing in Persian made Islamic teachings available to larger number of Muslims who had not been able to understand Arabic. Like all great reformers, Shah Waliullah influence continued long after his death. Not only did his writings survive and be translated in many languages, but the Madrasa Rahimiyya continued to flourish as his son carried forward his work and teachings. Many future Islamic leaders were inspired by him to fight for the good of the Muslim community. Shah Waliullah was died in 1762. And that's all information I got. Hope you will like the video, and please don't forget to subscribe the channel. Please show your support. There's nothing to lose in subscribing, so please. Bye. Allah Hafiz.